my laps in the gym, the sweat off my skin.
This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. It's Western Conference NBA action, the Memphis Grizzlies here at home. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team. This team matched up so well during the regular season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Exactly. They split the series, Greg. 2 elite teams and conference foes renewing that rivalry tonight.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. And it's Green in the small forward. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Randolph. And he slams it one-handed.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist. And guys, one thing you sometimes gets lost. I mean, Mike Conley is a proven winner. Remember, you go back in high school, won 3 state titles, and the one season at Ohio State led them to the national title game. So that aspect of what he brings, the intangibles. You're going to be a winner if Mike Conley's on your roster.
And here are the Grizzlies now. Dishes it to Randolph. Good-looking screen by Gasol. And stolen by Jordan. Paul against Conley. And it's Paul penetrating. And he gets it to go. And for Mike Conley, growing up, he played on some tremendously talented teams. Guys like Greg Oden, Josh McRoberts, his teammates.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he never had to really look for his own offense to win games with those kind of players around him. He came into the league more focused on setting up his teammates, and that's what he does well.
Outside, Green. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. Shoots from 14. Again, the miss by Paul.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Now the dish to Conley. Memphis moving that ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Gasol. Count that one.
defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Paul kicks to Jordan. Jordan the screen. Paul for 3. Tries again. And Jordan with the layup.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Allen outside. Pass to Gasol. And stolen by Redick. Paul again is Conley. Paul passes to Jordan. They kick it out to Green. This one for 3. Memphis trailing here. Conley dishes to Barnes. Pass to Allen. Feeds to Barnes. Outside Conley. Randolph kicks to Gasol. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. Goes up to the stripe. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Green, the pass to Paul. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Griffin's shot is off.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Randolph, a screen on Redick. The pass to Barnes. Here's Randolph. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for. And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
Passes it to Barnes. Left side, Randolph. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
And here are the Clippers now, following the score by Memphis. Jordan dishes to Redick. There's the triple. The rebound by Gasol. The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Back to Barnes. Randolph gives to Gasol. And there's the whistle, fouled hard, and the shot will go to the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
First team foul.
And Marc Gasol surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
And when you look at Marc Gasol now versus when he came into the league, remarkable how that body of his, Clark, has transformed.
Kevin, he changed his diet and he dropped a bunch of weight. Believe it or not, he even grows vegetables at his house. He's really gone all in on the transformation of his body.
Clark, good information.
Yes, sir.
How'd
That's
you
what
know
we
all
do.
that stuff?
That's what we do here.
Woo.
Info and entertainment.
Conley, the pass to Allen. Gasol is down. Nobody near Barnes. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Looking at Memphis, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Pelicans. Now the feed to Crawford. Griffin dishes the ball. Up and in on the layup. Paul's got 6 points.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting. You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Green kicks to Griffin. Back to Green. Jordan the screen. And that one's good, Griffin. And it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The crowd is assembled here at the FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis, Tennessee, looking for a Grizzlies victory. And so for the Grizzlies, their last game, a loss to the Pelicans at New Orleans Arena. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And the Clippers starting five. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. And it's Green in the three, the small forward.
What a sweet assist by CP3.
Last season for Chris Paul, another strong season. Yet quite a year for him in terms of media hype. He was as strong as ever on the court and off the court.
And that's a great point. You know, he did kind of fly under the radar. It's hard to imagine a first-team Hall of Famer in the future could do that, but a lot of it had to do with Steph Curry kind of coming on to the scene, splashing on the scene, if you will. But he is still one of the top point guards in our league.
Rejected by Randolph. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two.
You know, for Paul, you talk about the lack of talk about him last year. Very quietly came close. To the 50-40-90 club.
The 50-40-90 club, something only elite scorers reach, and Paul came close while playing point guard. He might not get the height he used to, but CP3 is very much still one of the best in our league.
Redick with a screen on Conley. Picked by Griffin. A shot by Redick, no good. Allen gets to Conley. Now the feed to Randolph. Dishes it to Allen. Memphis moving it around. Gasol's shot is good.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Picked by Griffin. Now here's Redick. Clock at 6. And Griffin, here we go. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Conley against Paul. Left side, Randolph. Uncovered. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Randolph's got his first points of the game. Paul against Conley. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Outside Jordan. There's Green with the three. Zach Randolph with the rebound. Grizzlies have gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Allen gets to Conley. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Marc Gasol, surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
And when you look at Marc Gasol now versus when he came into the league, remarkable how that body of his, Clark, has transformed.
Kevin, he changed his diet and he dropped a bunch of weight. Believe it or not, he even grows vegetables at his house. He's really gone all in on the transformation of his body.
Clark, good information.
Yes, sir. That's what we do. That's what we do here. Woo. Info and entertainment.
It's stolen by Green. Jordan kicks to Redick. Pass to Griffin. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Gasol. Conley with it. He's picked up by Paul. Allen gets to Conley. Down low. Barnes. And watching Matt Barnes, he will do all the dirty work for you. He's an instigator. He's an agitator. and he's a team player, I think, at the core. And everywhere he's gone, you know, and he's played for a lot of teams, Greg, he's had that role.
It's a great point. I call him a glue guy. You know, he's not someone who's going to be a volume scorer or a smooth playmaker, but the game really is built on grit, diving for loose balls, taking charges, making hard fouls, you know, whatever it takes to help his team win. I like that line, antagonist. That's a very good way to describe it.
And just a nice bucket there to really just sustain that lead.
Well, a few more possessions like that, and they'll do more than sustain the lead, Greg. I think they'll start to put this thing away by pulling away.
Now here's Paul. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. 3 on the clock. Nails the wide-open jump shot.
For Matt Barnes, I really felt last season was one of his best. He was the Tony Allen-type defensive guy for Doc Rivers' team. Did all the little things, and he was efficient. Near his career high for three-point percentage and a career low in turnover.
Conley into the lane. Randolph passes to Barnes. Oh, good with the triple. Clippers trail by 5. Ball outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. So it's the Clippers now. Here's Griffin. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Memphis called for the foul.
And I know if I were starting a club, Matt Barnes is the type of guy I would immediately look for. He's that tricky enforcer who has just enough skill to hurt you with his game. So him, in my book, equals winner.
Both good from the line that time.
Well, you see Blake Griffin, and he is known for his huge dunks and ability to score, but he is a very well-rounded power forward. He's one of the best power forward passers in the league.
There's the pick. Allen dishes to Gasol. 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Conley. That one a little long. And for Griffin in his passing, often you'll see him set up teammates, Greg, for easy looks and dunks.
And with the amount of times that teams have to double team Griffin, that's huge. I mean, even when he's not scoring due to defenses focusing on him, he can still impact the game with his passing.
And it's good. Griffin's got 8.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
And you see the way Blake Griffin plays. He is a force. Very hard to contain him when he gets in close just due to his strength and activity.
Memphis leading. For Griffin and his ability to create contact close, he's been called a bull in a china shop, something that I think Clarkie embraces.
Yeah, I think he'd rather be the bull than the china in that situation because of his strength and physicality. And I think that's the right mentality to have as a power forward.
Outside, Green. Griffin a screen on Barnes. Reddick is in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. And here's Conley. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Allen kicks to Gasol. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Conley gets the bucket.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Pass to Barnes. Gasol setting the pick for Barnes. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Grizzlies shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Green, he's checked in for Randall. And Stevenson comes in for Barnes. And it's Carter in for Allen. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Jordan. Pierce comes in for Blake Griffin. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Paul. Rivers passes to Aldrich. Feeds it to Crawford. And Gasol sends it back. On the wing, Green. Conley dishes to Stevenson. He feeds it to Green. Baseline J on the way. Outside Conley. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Brandon Wright's checked in for Memphis. Clippers trailed by 4. Rivers kicks to Crawford. Outside, Green. And again, no good by the Clippers.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
Back to Pierce. From past the arc. And yes, sir, that one drops. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Conley kicks to Stevenson. They kick it out to Green. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And the Grizzlies played so well against all the other playoff teams. Part of it is that they just have a style that matches up well with anyone.
Rivers kicks to Green. 6 on the shot clock. A fadeaway. Lance Stevenson grabs the board.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
You know, that's the thing with the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, there isn't a team that gives them too much trouble anywhere in the league. They're good at home and on the road. They're used to playing in tight, low-scoring games, and they create that situation with their deliberate style.
Knocked away. Stolen by Pierce. There's the pass to Rivers. Crawford outside. Shot clock at 5. It's rebounded by Memphis. And Stevenson kicks to Green. Carter, the best to right. Green dishes to Stevenson. Inside. Leaps for it. It's stolen by Green. It's Crawford with the drive. Here's Rivers. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Rivers again. It's Conley. And it's Stevenson finishing it off.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Tries it from 19. That's short off the rim. He gets it up. And that's not going to go. And so the first quarter is in the books. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about. Ready to get underway. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Redick and Crawford, the sharpshooters outside. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. And it's Paul in at the point. Now here's Crawford. Following the miss by Lance Stevenson. Crawford kicks to Griffin. And the wide open shot from Paul. Off target from three-point range. Well, when you think about perimeter defense, to me, Clark, it's Tony Allen. He is the poster boy for that. I think a lot of his later reminds you he's a first-team all-defensive player as well. He can back up everything he says.
Yeah, and nobody works harder. I mean, he gets up into you. Even on the ball, he can come up with steals.
The drive by Jordan. There's the killer two-handed slam. Outside Conley. Kicks it out to Allen. Outside Green. But they'll get another chance. Paul with the steal. It's 2-on-1. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Here's Griffin. Got it for his fourth field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned, down-the-block basketball, and it is definitely working for them.
Now here's Randolph. Conley with a wide-open look. Another miss by Conley. Redick passes to Jordan. Griffin inside. Working on Green. And Griffin slams it in.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Now here's Green. Here's Stevenson.
And Lance Stevenson really couldn't find minutes in Charlotte last season. Ended up sitting out a lot of games as a BNP CD. Not the start he wanted with the new team.
Marcus All checked in for Memphis. Barnes comes in for Michael Conley. The drive by Paul. Crawford, no one around him. From outside, off the mark. And for Stevenson, to his credit, he took the benching in stride. He knew he just wasn't a good fit at times.
Yeah, and his coach, Steve Clifford, was upfront about it, and I thought did a nice job handling that. Clifford said he wanted Stevenson as a Hornet, but just couldn't find a unit with which to make it work.
Crawford outside. That one also a miss for him, just like the other 3 attempts this game. Stevenson with it. Chris Paul covering. Outside Gasol. Back to Allen. Here's Stevenson. Kicks it out to Allen. Ball's knocked loose. Griffin with the steal. Crawford dishes to Jordan. There's the triple. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Clippers on defense. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Here's Stevenson. Misses off the right iron. Paul kicks to Jordan. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Griffin. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Griffin's got 6 points in the quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Pocket 4. Allen left side. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Grizzlies.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And they've also gotten a big boost in the early going tonight with their productivity at the free throw line. Really a sign of aggression.
Blake Griffin hits them both.
Griffin just having a terrific game. He's got 16 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
Now here's Allen. Here's Gasol. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Paul outside. Kicks to Griffin. Fades. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Griffin's got 18 points in the game.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Stevenson passes to Randolph. And that one's good. Barnes has got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Memphis trailing here. Now Stevenson. Redick with the rebound. Clippers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. The drive by Paul. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Gasol.
He continues to struggle from the field. But luckily for him and his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
Stevenson can't hit.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Griffin kicks to Crawford. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Crawford's got 5 points now in the quarter. Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. But last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
And back to Crawford last season, he was down in field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots. A dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for.
Now we know the Marcus Gasol was one of the most sought-after free agents this past summer. Clark all along most figured he'd be back in Memphis.
Yep, a winning team, max dollars. And don't forget now, he went to high school in Memphis while his brother Powell played there. He's where he belongs. He's a dead-eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
And Vince Carter picks up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Rivers with it. Paul outside. Six on the shot clock. Baseline jumper. They get it back. Here's Green. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. So much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. And Jeff Green drops them both.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well. Seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Conley's checked in. And the Grizzlies with possession here after the basket by Los Angeles. Out to the right wing. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Grizzlies have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. And the technical free throw is good. And for those younger folks who might not be familiar, go online and look at some old clips of Vince Carter. In his prime, Clark, one of the great dunkers the league has ever seen.
And for my money, the greatest game dunk in pro basketball history belongs to him. The Team USA back in 2000 jumped over a 7-2 center and punched it on it. Hard to top that.
Paul with the ball. And it's Carter picking him up. There's the dish to Rivers. He kicks it to Paul. Pass to Aldridge. Wright with the double team. The Clippers need to get off a shot. The Clippers rebound. Outside, Green. Rivers again. It's Conley. Left side, Pierce. Fires for three. Green missing again.
And you think back to Vince Carter starting his career with the Raptors, an 8-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA selection, and he really introduced Canada to the NBA game. And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And for Vince Carter, a superstar in his prime when he was with the Raptors, and his departure left some bad feelings there, no doubt. But, you know, you think back to last season, though, in Toronto, they played a video tribute which brought Vince to tears. I mean, that was nice to see the reconciliation.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Rivers dishes to Pierce. Gasol with the steal. Conley against Paul. Wright outside. Carter outside. Right side, Conley. And Wright gets to Conley. Here's Gasol. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 4 assists now tonight. And Los Angeles guys shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Paul kicks to Pierce. He dishes it to Green. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And guys, Jeff Green, by every measure of athleticism and skill, should have become one of the game's better small forwards, but inconsistency has plagued him throughout his career.
And Kevin, I always go back to something my college coach told me. The mental to the physical is 4-to-1 in this game. And so through those 7 full seasons, he's teased everyone with that talent. And then it does suddenly disappear. And there's no other way to describe it other than the fact that it is mental. He hasn't been able to sustain it in terms of the consistency, and that's why he hasn't fulfilled his potential.
Conley into the lane. Some nice passing there by Memphis. They get it back. Right. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Hitting your free throws is a good way to get back into it. It stops the clock and extends the game. I mean, you want to take advantage of that situation. And they're shooting much better from the line here in the second quarter. So far, they haven't missed one.
The Clippers in the lead. Here's Paul. Looking to get back on track here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And he makes the first. And so Paul nails both of them. Now here's Conley. Green. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. You look at Blake Griffin in this game. He's been everywhere.
And he really just broke out the entire arsenal of post moves there in that first half.
And I think he might even have a few more tricks up his sleeve. I mean, he'll break them out as we start heading down the stretch. I'm sure of that.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You look at Blake Griffin in this game. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Conley and Allen in the backcourt. And it's Barnes and the 3 set. Shot clock at 3. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Shooting for Memphis.
Zach Randolph getting up there in his mid-30s, but his game has never been based on explosiveness. So it's all about strength, skill, and craft when you talk about Zebo, and he's aging gracefully.
Now here's Paul. Jordan the pass to Reddick. Paul right side. Jordan the screen. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And Randolph Clark can struggle in matchups against quicker power forwards or those spread fours.
Yeah, but even though he struggles on the perimeter against those guys, he punishes them when he gets them inside in his operating area at the offensive end. Most big men have a hard time dealing with him in the paint.
Very good point.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Now here's Green. He's got 10. As fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it,
too. Oh, they do, yes, sir. Griffin hits them both.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Conley's shot is off.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And the wide open shot from Green. Back to Paul. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Stevenson's checked in. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
Okay now, Conley.
And here is Conley. 5 points in the game. Dishes it to Gasol. And shot on the way. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 5th assist in this one.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity. It's been really hard for them to try and slow down Green. He's got 10 points. He has been the definition of a thief with all those steals.
And Clark, defensively, he has played this game just so intelligently. I mean, he hasn't let them get away with any loose passes or sloppy ball handling.
Good on the second free throw. The Los Angeles Clippers come into this one following a loss to Portland. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Randolph dishes to Conley. Back to Randolph. Memphis moving that ball around. Stevenson can't hit.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Reddick is in the corner. Stolen by Stevenson. That's good from Allen on the assist by Conley. Allen's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game. How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Conley kicks to Allen. Back to Conley. Lets it go. They get it again. And the shot is good. And that's 17 points for Marc Gasol.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge. And the just beautiful. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Conley, the pass to Allen. That's in there. Conley with the assist. 8 points for Tony Allen.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Paul dishes to Griffin. They kick it out to Green. The three. It's rebounded by Randolph. Randolph's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. The offensive rebound for the lead. Here's Gasol. And finally they hit one. Gasol's got 19 points.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Paul kicks to Griffin. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Gasol's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Allen passes to Conley. And it's Randolph with the jam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
The drive by Green. And the... Open shot from Reddick. Sinks the triple. Reddick's got 6 points in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Now a timeout called by Memphis.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. White, he's checked in for Gasol. Jermichael Green comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's Carter for Tony Allen. The Clippers also making some changes. Crawford comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Austin Rivers in for Chris Paul. Carter dishes to right. No good. Good D by Jordan. Well, last year, DeAndre Jordan turned in another great defensive performance. In fact, first team all defense announced in the NBA after last season, anchored his team as he always seems to do.
And Jordan was a force in the middle, over 2 blocks a game again, and changed countless others with his effort.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Aldridge comes in for Blake Griffin. And Paul Pierce is subbed in for J.J. Redick.
Yeah, you look at the advanced statistics for DeAndre Jordan and his defense at that end of the floor. Top 10 in defensive rating individually and led the league in defensive win shares.
And the wide open shot from Green. From outside, off the mark. Jordan with the screen on Conley. Now the feed to Aldridge. Pierce inside the three-point line. Aldridge kicks to Pierce. Passes it to Crawford. Good! Crawford's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And Jordan has really improved his defense every year since Doc Rivers challenged him. Last season ended 3rd in the Defensive Player of the Year award race, but he has one in his future, no doubt, if he continues to progress.
Conley, the pass to Wright. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Rivers kicks to Pierce. Aldridge dishes to Pierce. Fires from 18. Will not go. This is off the front iron. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Stevenson again. It's Pierce. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Clippers.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've worked hard to get the ball into the low post tonight as well, and it's paid off.
They double him with Jordan. Here's Wright. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Crawford drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Crawford's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Rivers again. It's Conley. Pass to Carter. For the lead. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Crawford's got his 3rd rebound tonight. To the paint. Jordan kicks to Crawford. 5 on the clock. No one near him. And it's off the back rim. No good.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Stevenson with it. Now Pierce defending. Wright, the pass to Carter. Nice D from Crawford.
You know, Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. You know, he's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career.
Jordan dishes to Crawford. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crawford. Matt Barnes is checked in for Lance Stevenson. Memphis is getting blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Conley kicks to Carter. .59 seconds left in the third quarter. Back to Conley. All alone.
Boy, he shows a lot of desire when he's fighting for that tough board. And his length doesn't hurt either.
There's Crawford with the 3. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11. And the success we've been mentioning with Coach Dave Yeager. He was the 2nd fastest active coach to get to 100 wins.
And Kevin made his way in terms of coaching, started in the D-League and other minor leagues before becoming an assistant with the Grizzlies, and really was the architect, if you will, of the defense that his team is so well known for. He's done a lot for this franchise and looks to be on track to become their winningest coach ever.
The shot's good from Aldridge.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Los Angeles on top. And the final period of play just about to start. Los Angeles leading by 7. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Green is out there with Crawford. And it's Griffin in at the center, filling out the middle. That one a little long.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Conley kicks to Barnes. Gasol passes to Barnes. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Now Paul. Feeds to Griffin. Six to shoot. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Kicked by Randolph. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
We've seen a lot of silly plays like that out of them today. Just way too many.
And the Clippers have possession. Paul outside. To the wing right side. The pass to Redick. He feeds it to Paul. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks to Griffin. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And it's an 11-point Clipper lead.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Barnes dishes to Gasol. No luck. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Redick for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Barnes has got 4 rebounds in this game. Gasol. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Oh, man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. Nice shot by Randolph. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Paul kicks to Redick. There's the pick. Jordan the screen. Redick passes to Paul. Right side, Green. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Green's got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles.
If you look at Chris Paul, you're looking at a guy who really is the standard bearer of point guards. I mean, he can pass, he can score, he plays great defense. He also competes. But what makes him the floor general that all others are measured against, really the instincts and leadership.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Going back to Chris Paul, if you could build a point guard from scratch, Clark, he might be the model.
Yeah, I tell you what, you could do much worse than him, that's for sure. One of the very best. 6 times he's led the NBA in steals. Just an incredible all-around player. One of the greatest team leaders, I think, in the history of the league as well.
For the last 2 seasons, he's led the league in assists. You're right. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Dave Yeager address his team. He told his players, turnovers are killing us right now. We can't keep trying to make the home run play. Settle down, run the offense, and make the simple pass. Kevin, sounds easy enough.
A signature slam right there from the big fella. How many of those have we seen before?
The dish to Barnes. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Gasol. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they need it.
Paul can't get it to go. The Los Angeles Clippers come into this one following a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up.
Here's the 3. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. That's 7 points for Chris Paul.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Gasol a screen. Conley kicks to Randolph. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Clippers leading by 12. Paul outside. He kicks it to Griffin. The 3 ball. Paul missing again.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
Randolph goes in. Barnes up top. Pass to Conley. Drills it from outside.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Paul outside. Jordan kicks to Paul. To the middle. They kick it out to Green. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Conley kicks to Barnes. Allen outside. Here's Gasol. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
He took good advantage of that screen. Redick's got 9 points now in just the second half.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Allen's shot is off.
That's an example there, guys, of contesting the shot and corralling the board. That's really all you can ask of a guy at that end of the floor.
Redick with the 3.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Here's Allen. And Griffin sends it back. Paul outside. Griffin sets the screen for Green. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, you can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
Lance Stephenson's checked in for Memphis. Greg, as you said about the Clippers, the days of finishing near the bottom every year are over. Clark, a lot of that is Doc Rivers.
Exactly. Since 2012, Kevin, they have had the third best record in the NBA. A lot of loyal fans stuck it out with the team during the dark days, and now they're reaping the fruit.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Randolph. Second shot opportunity. And it's good on the way.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Paul kicks to Griffin. He dishes it to Green. Lets the three fly. And it's Randolph with the rebound. Randolph's got his 6th rebound on the night. Stevenson left side. Dishes to Conley. And there's the feed to Barnes. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And so Dave Yeager has had enough. Timeout. Blake Griffin really making a difference here.
He's on fire. And they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
It's stolen by Green. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. The Grizzlies pull it in.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Nobody near Barnes. It's rebounded by Paul. Paul's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Here's Griffin. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Griffin's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers. Conley dishes to Barnes. Back to Conley. Passes it to Gasol. And it's Randolph penetrating. 4 on the clock. Looking to get back on track here. And Stevenson with the layup.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Clippers leading by 12. Paul passes to Redick. To the paint. And there's the 3-second violation. Grizzlies have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the 4th. Right around 46-47%. Here's Gasol. Barnes gets to Gasol. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. But a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Los Angeles.
I agree, Steve, and this is a game where the defense, Clark Steele specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created extra possessions for him too, Kevin. Scoring opportunities they cashed in on, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory tonight.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Blake Griffin. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Redick dishes to Griffin. Clock at 6. Over to the wing. Fires from deep. Paul's shot is off. And now Conley running the floor all by himself. And the dunk by Barnes.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
So the Clippers with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. It's never going to be easy on